Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this is going to be a community update for July 18th, 2019, so let's get into it. Alrighty, haven't done a community update video for a few weeks now, but I wanted to do one because there is a lot of new things worth discussing, especially a new fusion that kind of went live today. And also, you'll see on the right side of my screen a tournament with the number 20, so we'll have to go over that as well. So if we click on the bar with three little lines on it and then click our news, we're going to see kind of the new things that are going on right now. Tournaments are coming. We'll go over that. The Unholy Nemesis. This is a kind of teaser video they released with, Dark Aethel going up against Aethel. I will put that down in the video description. It's like to a link to the official Polarium channel for Raid Shadow Legends. So I'll put that in the description if you want to check it out. It's like a little animated short video. And then obviously, this is really cool. A new permanent fusion for Rosin Scarhide, and I will be doing a full review of that fusion here in a little bit. So as far as the tournament that's live right now, I have to admit it's pretty underwhelming in my opinion. There's gonna be some people. I think you're lumped up in a group of like 50 people, probably around your level or so, and there's always gonna be 5 to 10 people that grind this super hard just because they want to win. And in my opinion, grinding this out for thousands of points on the Ice Golem to get one book is just not worth it. I would let the other people go crazy grinding it and feel good about winning it, but I don't think that's an efficient use of your time to grind that hard for these rewards up at the top 3. The rewards on the right are okay. It might be worth getting 500 points to get the book. But after that, I mean, 1 chicken and enough gems for not even 2 energy refills seems pretty underwhelming, but I mean, it's better than nothing at least. Tournaments are a cool idea. I hope they structure them a little bit differently in the future. So it's better than nothing, but all in all, I was a little bit disappointed by this tournament, if I have to be honest. And then the big thing is the fusion. So we click the summoning portal, and then over here on the right side we click fusion, and then we can see Rosin Scarhide, a defensive legendary, is a new permanent fusion. He's never going to go away. You can take your time to get this. Kind of first impressions, it's going to be a lot of force potions. We can see the 4 epics required to fuse into him need to be 5-star affinity. So, gonna take a lot of potions to ascend these 5 Force champions into Rosin, and then he's also Force, so you're gonna want some more Force potions even to get him ascended fully. And then the Relic Keeper is also Force, so they're really slamming the summoning portal, events with Force. But hey. So hopefully some of you have saved up a few rares and you can kind of go after this fusion. So first of all, we'll start with the epics and kind of go over if the fusion is worth it. So for Lich is he has this cool ability here where it fully depletes the turn meter every 3 turns. So he can have some good value in certain dungeons and certain spots. Especially if you're willing to micro and play manually, he can do some kind of cool things for you, but all in all, isn't super amazing in my opinion. And then we go over to Erenyes, and she is mainly used for like a clan boss scenario where you make the debuffs last longer. She also places poisons to help out with the clan boss. And then we see this big chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on the target for 1 turn. So is situationally useful, kind of like Lich, but it is not generally a super endgame hero. And then Bloodfeather is going to be just kind of a damage dealer that places a 60% decreased defense, which is kind of cool. And it is, a 100% chance to proc that debuff if your accuracy is good, so that's good. But again, a decent hero, but not really like a super endgame meta type character. And then Torture Helm is probably the worst of the bunch in my opinion. It doesn't really see a whole lot of value in past anywhere like the early game, so I wouldn't feel bad about sacrificing him. So all in all 4 of these are pretty situational, and you wouldn't really need to lose any sleep about fusing them in. Now let's go over Rosin. All right, his A1 is a 3-hitter, which is always good to have an A1 with, you know, 3 or 4 hits, because it's going to pair really well for the Fire Knight and for the Giant Slayer, you know, mastery. And also a 20% chance of removing a buff is really cool, because once we book him up, that's going to be like a 45% chance, and he's hitting 3 times. So he's basically always going to be removing buffs, and that's a really cool ability to have on an A1. The A2 is attack 1 enemy, 75% chance of placing a 60% decrease defense debuff and a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns, and we can get that to a 3-turn cooldown. That is a really awesome A2 to proc the big version of decreased defense and a 25% weaken for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. This A2 is awesome, and that is definitely endgame viable. Then we have this A3, attack all enemies and decrease the turn meter by 100%. This is a really cool ability for the arena and can be pretty clutch in dungeons and stuff. And then the passive here is increase ally resist in the arena by 90. That's a lot of resistance. So he is really good in basically all categories of the game, and he is definitely endgame viable. So I'm happy that they gave us a permanent fusion for a really usable character, just kind of a generally useful legendary to have in the game in general. So I think you should be going for the fusion. Don't kill yourself to do it. Don't feel like you got to rush or anything, but there is something cool out there to go for. And hey, at least Plarium is listening a little bit and giving the players have kind of been voicing that they want more fusions. They brought the Foley one, but it kind of had a time limit and had a really big like paywall or investment to get through, and people felt rushed or they had to spend a ton of money. So this kind of is the best of both worlds. A, it's probably a legendary that's better than Foley in my opinion. B, you can take your time, and there's not, you know, you got to sit here and rush to get it done in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So it's better than the Foley fusion in those 2 regards, and definitely a good addition to the game. So all in all, check out the Dark Aethel video. It's if you're a raid player, it's something cool to check out, and it's only like a minute or 2 long, so I'll have that down in the video description. The tournament is a cool idea that is going on, but I think the rewards and all that are pretty underwhelming for it, and the fusion is an amazing addition to the game. So definitely go for that and kind of slowly work your way towards getting Rosin. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to go over here quickly. It's kind of a short video, just kind of giving my thoughts on a few of the newer things that are coming to Raid. So yeah, as always, if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments, and I will do my best to help you out. So have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Peace.